Whisker wisdom, more than just fuzzy facial hair. Have you ever looked closely at your dog's face and noticed those long, wiry strands sticking out from the sides of their muzzle? Those are whiskers, and if you think they're just cute little fuzzy hairs, think again. They're actually much more than just facial adornments. In fact, whiskers are some of the most sophisticated and important sensory tools that dogs have, helping them navigate the world around them in ways that might surprise you. Let's take a closer look at these amazing whiskers and explore how they help dogs see and communicate without ever using their eyes. What are dog whiskers, really? When we talk about a dog's whiskers, we're referring to a special set of thick, stiff hairs known as vibrissae. These aren't your typical soft fur. They're much tougher and thicker than the rest of the hair on your dog's face. And, unlike regular fur, whiskers are deeply embedded in the skin and are connected to sensitive nerve endings that make them incredibly powerful. Imagine if you could feel everything you touched just by your hair standing up. Well, that's how dogs experience the world through their whiskers. The whiskers on a dog's face act like tiny sensors or antennas. They help dogs gather all kinds of information about their surroundings. They're so sensitive that they can detect the slightest movements in the air, feel objects nearby, and even sense changes in temperature. Think of them as tiny motion detectors constantly working, allowing your dog to understand their environment without even touching anything directly. In fact, whiskers help dogs see in the dark when they can't rely on their eyes, or in tight spaces where they can't fit their whole body. How do whiskers help dogs navigate? Now that we know whiskers are super sensitive, let's talk about how they help dogs in everyday situations. Imagine trying to walk through a dark room with your eyes closed. You'd probably start reaching out your hands to feel your way around, right? Well, dogs use their whiskers in a similar way. Their whiskers are like an extension of their sense of touch. Even when they can't see where they're going, their whiskers tell them what's around them. Take, for example, when a dog is exploring a tight space, like under a bush or in a small hole. When they move their head, their whiskers brush against the sides of the space, giving them all kinds of important information. The whiskers can sense the width of the space and even detect whether the dog will be able to fit through without getting stuck. It's like having built-in parking sensors for their face. The whiskers help dogs figure out if they can squeeze through, all without having to touch the sides with their whole body. But that's not all. Whiskers also help dogs measure distances. If a dog's whiskers brush against an object, they can feel how close or far away it is. This gives them an idea of where things are in space and helps them avoid obstacles or navigate unfamiliar places. It might surprise you to learn that whiskers aren't just about helping dogs feel their way around. They also play a huge role in how dogs communicate with each other. Dogs don't have the same kind of facial expressions that we do, but they can still tell a lot about how another dog is feeling just by watching the movement of their whiskers. It's kind of like a secret doggy language that we can't always hear, but that other dogs can definitely understand. Let's imagine two dogs meeting for the first time. The way they hold their whiskers can say a lot about their mood and intentions. For instance, if a dog feels confident and ready to greet the other dog, they might hold their whiskers forward, pointing straight out. This is a sign of confidence and can help them appear strong and assertive. It's like saying, "I'm here and I'm not afraid." On the other hand, a dog that's feeling anxious or unsure might pull their whiskers back closer to their face. This could be a sign that they're nervous or trying to avoid conflict. It's like a silent signal that says, "I'm not ready to fight, let's keep our distance." Just like we use our facial expressions and body language to show how we feel, dogs use their whiskers in similar ways to express their emotions and intentions. So, the next time you see your dog's whiskers twitch or move, you might be witnessing a little piece of their communication in action. Whiskers aren't just important for sensing tight spaces or communicating with other dogs. They also play a role when dogs are hunting or playing. For example, when a dog is chasing a ball or sniffing around for a treat, their whiskers help them feel the objects in front of them. This is especially helpful for dogs that are hunting or for those that like to play games like fetch. Even though dogs rely mostly on their sense of smell and sight during these activities, their whiskers act as a backup system to help them sense nearby objects and navigate their surroundings more precisely. Additionally, when dogs are interacting with toys or objects, their whiskers help them figure out how big or small something is before they grab it with their mouths. Have you ever noticed how some dogs will carefully nudge things with their noses before picking them up? That's their whiskers at work, helping them understand the size and shape of the object. It's like a high-tech sensor system that ensures dogs know exactly what they're about to grab. It's amazing to think about how important whiskers are for a dog's daily life. These tiny hairs are far more sensitive than the fur on the rest of their body, and they help dogs in ways we might never have thought about. Dogs' whiskers are like tools that give them a deeper understanding of their environment, allowing them to sense things like changes in air currents, vibrations, or even the presence of nearby objects that they might not be able to see or touch directly. Imagine being able to detect the movement of an object just by feeling the air around it. That's exactly what a dog's whiskers do. They help dogs feel their way around, even in total darkness or tight spaces, and provide valuable information about their surroundings. This makes whiskers one of the most important tools a dog has for exploring the world. You might be wondering why dogs have whiskers in the first place, especially when they already have noses that are perfect for sniffing things out. Well, it all comes down to the fact that whiskers provide an additional way for dogs to experience the world. While their sense of smell is incredible, whiskers give dogs the ability to feel their way around in situations where their nose might not be enough. Whether it's to sense nearby objects, measure distances, or even communicate with other dogs, whiskers are a unique and necessary part of a dog's sensory toolkit. So, the next time you see a dog, take a moment to appreciate their whiskers. These fuzzy little hairs aren't just there to look cute, they are powerful, multifunctional tools that help dogs navigate the world around them. From helping them explore tight spaces to communicating with other dogs and playing their favorite games, whiskers are a vital part of a dog's everyday life. Dogs' whiskers are like secret sensors that allow them to see the world in ways we can't even imagine. They help dogs understand their surroundings, communicate with each other, and stay safe in the world. Whiskers may seem like a small feature, but they play a huge role in a dog's ability to interact with their environment. So, next time you pet your dog, give those whiskers a little nod of appreciation. They're not just fuzzy facial hair, they're whisker wisdom. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more to come.